Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Very pink today. In fact, it's very difficult to tell when my jumper ends and my skin starts. Last night, I was celebrating with my manager and his wife and my missus 47 years since New Faces was shown, the one that I won. March the 13th, 1976. And so I found out, to my horrendous cost, that whiskey and red wine doesn't go together. With lager and white wine and port and sherry and Guinness and cider as well. So, and I read this article this morning about how bad alcohol is for you, so I'm going to pack it up. Yes, I'm not reading any more articles. Well, let's have a quick check. First of all, sorry about this thing sticking on there, because if you put it up in the floor a bit, I think, yeah, and so I just got told off by Jake for not having my mic in the right place. Well, what's happened with Lineker now? So Tim Davie, this spineless person at the BBC. Now, I don't think that Lineker should have been suspended or lost his job because of his views. I don't agree with his views, and I don't like him much. But at least he's better on there than... what else are we going to be? There'll be a woman of colour, lesbian, on there, won't there? That will be the replacement. So we might as well stick with old Luggles there. And so Tim has stepped down, and now Gary Lineker has won. He'll be even more smug now. But let's look at some of the other guys that stood by him. Alan Shearer. What a great bloke. I know him. Actually, I got him stood on the bar at Glen Eagles in Scotland singing Flower of Scotland when he was the England captain. Not many people can boast of that. And there's another good guy as well, Dion Dublin. He's a nice man, isn't he? And do you know who should be on there? Razor Ruddock. Now, apparently he's lost 62 stone now, so he can actually fit into one of the chairs. So there might be a bit of a job on there. Well, Cheltenham Races is coming up, folks. So you're going to have a little tip. I go down, if I like the name, I imagine the bloke saying, and the winner of the second race is, and I can sort of imagine the bloke saying it. So I pick him out, and I'm crap at it. But it was a great story about a horse at Cheltenham, told by the brilliant Jethro, of course, who you can see here on Ustream on our Friday night comedy nights. The trainer said to the jockey, he said, now, I'll do it in Jethro's voice. He said, now, when you ride this horse, he said, you've got to say to him, as he comes up to the first jump, you've got to say 1, 2, 3, jump. And you jump over the first one. And when you get to the, all right, I know. No, I'm telling you here now, when you get the second fence, you go 1, 2, 3, jump. Yes, yeah, please, trainer, I know how to get over fences. Yeah, he said, but there's a special, look, he said, just leave it. You've got to say 1, 2, 3, jump. So off he went, started the lead. And the coming of the first one down is in the lead. Jethro's joke is in the, and they're all, no, he comes up to the first fence, boom, straight through it. Okay, he goes back down the field. Second fence coming up, boom, straight through that one as well. He ends up last, going through all the fences. And the trainer said, you bloody idiot, did I tell you to say 1, 2, 3, jump? He said, I did, governor. The horse must be deaf. No, he ain't bloody deaf, he's blind, you bloody fool. Okay then, now here's another thing that's puzzling me. Why haven't we heard about that man they were supposed to let out in prison on parole? Charles Bronson. Now, what is all that? What is he doing in prison? He's been in prison for 50 years. Well, I don't know if it's me. I think there's something wrong here. But didn't he escape? Charles Bronson escaped from prison. Here's a picture of him now, look. Yeah, he escaped in the rowing boat. They're the two that got away. Right. So I'm off, ladies and gentlemen, to soak my head in a bucket full of ice. Before we do go, I'd just like to say how wonderful the Oscars were. Right, I'm off to Redditch for a couple of days. There's an extra show in on Thursday. There's an extra show Thursday in the theatre in Redditch. So come along, there's a few seats there for you. Speak to you soon.
Described as a masterclass in stand-up comedy, watch the inimitable Jim Davidson at his very best. In Uncovered and Uncensored.
Mum, front, pop, thing, soap, thing, rug munchers, chewing thing, nipple things. You're now approaching Great Yarmouth. Please put your watches back 200 years.
Streaming now exclusively on Ustream.